So the old business is a certificate of action on 88 Merriam Street, which is a scenic roads application that you heard back in November.
Okay.
So I have been a little out of touch with scenic roads, and I'm not sure what your deadline is. It seems like,
If we don't have anything to review,
well, there is one draft decision, which I could read you quickly, which is certificate of action, scenic road approval, 88 Merriam Street, Weston, Mass, for Ernest D. Rogers and Company. On X date, the planning board voted to approve with conditions the removal of trees and alteration of stone wall on 88 Merriam Street pursuant to article blah, blah, blah. The hearing was held on November 19th. There was a plan submitted. The application under scenic road bylaws filed by Ernest D. Roger to alter approximately 8.5 feet of the existing stone wall on Merriam Street as shown. There's a plan reference. Mr. Adelot opened a public meeting, reviewed the jurisdiction of the planning board under alterations of stone wall on a scenic road. He and the board said the board is very specific on what gets altered and what gets improved. He said the board previously reviewed the opening of the stone wall for this property. Mr. Adelot asked if the applicant knew of the board's previous approval. Ernest Rogers, the applicant, stated he was aware of the board's previous approval. Jeffrey Thomas, civil engineer for Meridian, stated he was aware of the previous approval during an initial site walk on the property prior to submission of the application. He met with DPW staff about the opening. There was an agreement with staff that access should be through existing stone wall opening. Mr. Adelot said that the previous hearing on our GFA site plan application, there was concern that somebody would take the sidewalk out because of the public sidewalk is on private property. Stated that the applicant is not receptive to granting an easement for the sidewalk, some way to come to agreement. Apparently there's a relocation of a telephone pole. Proposal sounds reasonable. He's looking into moving the guy wire. He can move the sidewalk within the right of way. Mr. Adelot reiterated the board can place a condition on the decision that the sidewalk must remain, but grants permission for the applicant to replace the sidewalk, delays the movement of the sidewalk by the town until the guy wire is moved. Mr. Adelot said the board should reconsider the original decision to relocate the scenic wall opening. It was noted that previously permitted opening was to the left of the proposed opening at the location of the existing utility pole. Mr. Mendelson noted that the proposed opening is less than the previously approved opening. Mr. Thomas said that the proposed opening would be less because it combines the previous two openings, one for the driveway and one for the sidewalk. He said it does not require removal of trees. Mr. Layden said the original approval was likely due to not wanting to impact the original sidewalk opening. Mr. Adelot stated that the original reason for the two openings, that this was the original reason for the two openings. Mr. Conway said that the previous applicant may not have wanted to deal with a shared opening. Mr. Thomas said another benefit is the better alignment of the driveway and intersection with Sunset Road. Mr. Mendelson moved to approve the proposed alteration of the stone wall with the condition that the sidewalk be maintained until such time as relocated within the right-of-way. Mr. Oppenheimer provided a second. Board voted 5-0 to approve the motion. The board voted to close the public hearing. So the conditions were the certificate of action granting the scenic road approval is specific to the proposal presented to the planning board and documented above. Any deviation or change of the project must be received prior to the planning board approval. May require a new scenic road application or amendment. This changes solely the responsibility of the applicant to obtain any necessary approvals due to project change. Section of stone wall to be removed shall be shown as scenic road site plan, 88 Merriam Street, prepared by Meridian Engineering. Existing sidewalk shall remain in place until such time the utility pole guy wire is removed. Prior to commencement of work, pre-construction meeting shall occur with the board's consultants, the planning board, and the DPW director or town engineer to coordinate the removal of sections of stone wall, construction of driveway, relocation of guide wire, and relocation of sidewalk. Recorded vote constituting a majority of the board. Board voted to approve the applicant's application for scenic road based on the information provided at the hearing record and aforementioned findings. Does that sound familiar?
Sounds familiar, yeah,
Oh, it sounds
yeah.
Okay, so do you want to make a motion to approve this decision?
Will it let us get out of here?